Have you ever encountered someone who made you question your own reality? Someone who manipulated you until it's as if you didn't even know who you were anymore? Then chances are, you're dealing with a narcissist. These manipulative individuals use subtle tactics to control and manipulate their victims like you, leaving you confused, hurt, and questioning your own sanity. They can sneak into your life so subtly that you won't realize how toxic they are until you're completely caught up in their drama. And they will stop at nothing to make you doubt yourself. By finding yourself doubting your own reality and feeling like you're going crazy, it means you've likely been a victim of their gaslighting. But that can stop now. In this video, we will uncover their deceitful ways so you can recognize and overcome their gaslighting techniques. And in doing so, you can finally break free from their toxic grasp. Step 1. They'll make you feel that they have your back. The thing about narcissists is, they're total phonies. What do we mean by that, you ask? At first, they'll make you feel like you've got their unwavering support and genuine affection. It's like they're saying, "I'm one of the best people you'll ever meet. I'll always be on your team, cheering you on." They love finding common ground, often saying things like, "Oh, you like this? Me too." They might even show some favoritism towards you. Also, they might seem like they have your best interest at heart, or they could come off as a friendly person, trying to guide you to a better way of living, thinking, and doing. But as time goes by, you start to see through that initial friendliness. Soon enough, you realize what they've shown you is just a facade, and you start to notice their initial warmth and friendliness slowly fading away. They pretend that they care about you, but they only care about themselves all along. Eventually, you realize their real goal is to get you to fit into their way of life. And to make it happen, they'll say and do anything to make you feel secure and indebted to them. And the moment they get what they want from you, you'll notice how quickly their support vanishes. This is what we mean by narcissists being phonies. What's worse, they're pretty proud of how well they can hide their flaws and their true narcissistic side. Step 2. They'll make you think negatively about yourself. A covert narcissist's game plan is all about subtly making you doubt yourself so they can control you. But they will play the long game to make it happen. Here's how they do it. As we mentioned, they usually kick things off by being super friendly and really interested in your life and hobbies. At first it feels genuine, but before long, you'll notice that it's not true at all. See, that initial interest they showed you is because they're gathering intel to use against you. They'll then twist this info to manipulate you and start picking at your insecurities, making you question yourself and your abilities. They might even go as far as to make you believe that their opinion is the only one that matters, causing you to doubt your own judgment. Also, they boost their ego by putting you down, but you won't notice it right away. All this psychological warfare can be so subtle that it's unlikely for you to realize their narcissistic behavior early on. As a result, you'll likely end up questioning yourself and your reality instead. Step 3. They'll begin questioning you. Imagine you share an opinion about something. Normally, the other person would be curious to hear your perspective. But a covert narcissist? They'll hit you with something like, "Where did you get an idea like that?" Or maybe you have a different priority than theirs. This will make them ask you questions like, "Do you really think that's a good idea? Because I doubt it." And before you know it, your ideas, preferences, behaviors, habits, and even your loved ones are coming under scrutiny. This is where the gaslighting really starts, and it'll chip away at your confidence bit by bit. By the way, make sure to subscribe if you've learned something new today. Step 4. They'll show double standards. A narcissist sees themselves as superior, which puts you in an inferior spot. As a result, you'll start noticing double standards eventually popping up. Basically, they'll make it clear that some actions are okay for them to do, but you can't do them. For example, they might question your opinions while acting like theirs are the gospel truth. They might also think their social circle is top-notch, while yours is nothing special, so you shouldn't be hanging out with them. Also, they might be quick to give you advice, but won't take any from you. This all comes from their distorted belief that they have better life skills than you. Not to mention their way of undermining your confidence, so they'll have control over you. Now, they might sugarcoat their critique and double standards by pretending they're just trying to help or sharing wisdom from their own experiences. But don't be fooled. These double standards are all about boosting themselves up while putting you down. It's their way of establishing that they are better than you and that you have yet to reach their level in life. Step 5. They'll begin being aggressive. Once you start to stand up and disassociate yourself from them, you might notice them getting more irritable. They might also pull back on their encouragement, helpfulness, or support. What you don't know is their aggressive behavior becomes a way to control you, which is typical of narcissism. For instance, they might shame you under the guise of helping by saying things like, "I'm trying to support you, but you seem ungrateful." Or, "I do good things for you, but you don't reciprocate." They'll also start questioning your motives and judging your abilities, suggesting you don't have what it takes to succeed without them. Step 6. They'll showcase how perfect they are, while you're the opposite. When you start calling a covert narcissist out for their behavior, they'll refuse to admit their mistakes or acknowledge their gaps in knowledge compared to others. It's like they're saying, "If there's a problem, it can't be me. It must be you." Also, if there's an issue in your relationship, they'll think you're the one at fault and insist on it. These narcissistic folks become super defensive because they are trying to keep up an image of perfection and want to make the world see them as wonderful. So, they just won't admit to any flaws or mistakes they make, even if it's staring them in the face. Step 7. They'll take you down. When people see good things happening in your life, they might try to downplay them. Like if you achieve something great, they might say, "That's just a fluke. Don't believe others who are congratulating you. They don't know you like I do," or, "I know all your flaws. They just don't see them." Or they could say, "Sure, you had a nice experience, but mine are way more impressive." They'll brush off your positive experiences as they happen. Then, when they sense your enthusiasm for them fading, they'll start pulling back on their initial praise. This can escalate to more direct put-downs like, "You're such a disappointment," or "Everyone said you were nice, but they were clearly wrong." They might even say, "You've been nothing but a thorn in my side." If you're not careful, you may end up believing their lies about you. We hope that spotting a covert narcissist's gaslighting tactics will help you avoid trying to change them, because the more you confront them, the more they'll deflect and strike back. Changing a narcissist is tough, maybe even impossible, and best left to the pros. And if you liked this video, then check out these related videos to see more. And make sure to like this video to let the algorithm know you'd like to see more videos like these.